Hello everyone, and welcome to Shadowrun Returns. Now, Shadowrun is my favourite of the sub-genre of Cyberpunk, as it combines elements of fantasy. This is an elf here, with Cyberpunk. It's cool. Elves with submachine guns and magic casting spells, as well as running through the general Cyberpunk themes. If anyone's not familiar with Shadowrun, basically in 2012 creatures such as elves and everything else started appearing. It was called the Awakening, and dragons have come back. They are now the CEOs of all the corporations, although except for one of them which devastated Germany, but we'll get more on that in the expansion to this. So let's start a new game. I'll go through any themes, and we've been playing them very hard. I'll be going through any themes as they appear, but other than that I'll let the game explain things as they happen. So for this playthrough I'll be playing as an elf. Let's pick a nice portrait for this, and I'm thinking adept / shaman. Let's have a look through. I think the guy with the hood is the best one. The other guys look like ghouls. There we go. Right, let's see if there's any decent hairstyles. Right, I'll just make the character and I'll be right back. There we go. No ponytail, no beard. This looks cool. Right, let's create the character. So first thing I need is at least 4 body. And we'll also need 4 in quickness. No, actually. Let's remove that. Instead, let's get willpower to 4 and charisma to 4. We'll take the Shadowrunner etiquette. Etiquettes are basically what you understand intimately, like how to be a Shadowrunner, or how to work in security and things like that. So we want the chi casting, and I'm also going to need strength for close combat and unarmed. Let's see, what do we have here? Killing hands and magic resistance. 2 attacks on a single target with a melee weapon. Okay, so let's have a double check on this. 40 hit points. Eventually I'll need some quickness in order to get some dodge so I don't get murdered in melee. I have to boost the strength. No spirit summoning yet. I can drop that down there. And I'll do that. I'll need to get the totem choice as a first pick. Right. All that's left to do now is pick another etiquette because of my charisma being so high. And I think I'll go for gang this time. So I understand gangs and shadow running. This will give us some extra dialogue choices. And we're going to go with the tag Biohazard. That's our runner. So I'll be going fairly slowly through this. This is a very quick game. I'll take my time. We'll read everything out. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now it's about all you have left. Running in the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging fixer hasn't called, the money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your union. Something needs to change, and soon. So sins are serial identification numbers. If you haven't got a sin, then you don't exist, and people can do whatever they want to you, even kill you, with no repercussions. So being without one of these is a bad thing, generally. But they are... imagine it a little bit like the social credit system in China. That's basically what this is the ultimate end goal of. It tracks everything from any crimes you've committed, any possessions that you have registered to your name, absolutely everything. You need licenses for firearms and things like that. It's just all tied into your particular sin. Shadowrunners typically run with a fake one, because if you are ever scanned by a police camera and they don't recognize any particular sin, then you will get shot, because the cameras usually have big guns on them. New yen is the currency. It's Japan has taken over as the dominant currency, so everything's based on the yen, the new yen. So let's go. Here's our wonderful apartment. 3 AM, nowhere to go but down. So we've got 3 things to investigate. We'll go over here first. And it's our calendar. This is a sad, dried up contact list. So a fixer is somebody who provides you with jobs. There's not responding to messages. A runner friend is dead. Another fixer has been missing since February. Another runner is dead. Sam Watts, a runner, probably in the gutter somewhere. We don't know his status. Sangoma, runner, dead. Half-jack dealer, retired or dead. So everybody we know either doesn't want to talk to us anymore or is dead. All dead ends are just plain dead, yeah. And our personal calendar is empty. And the phone is ringing. We'll check that in 1 second. This here is a slip of paper with my bank details, enough to cover you through to the end of the week. So we've got 1 week before we are screwed. Let's answer the vid phone. So a vid phone is basically Skype calls for telephones. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. So there's the guy that we read in the diary. Calendar. We don't know his status, but apparently he's alive. Hey buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again or worse. Let's poke him for you're zoned. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. So geeked is to kill. Also flatline is another way of saying it. I probably had it coming. So now we know that he's definitely dead. When you're an unsavoury character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavoury characters who often partake in unsavoury business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that Renraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? So Renraku is a corporation. On that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards, I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. And flashback. So this is going to be the tutorial mission that's going to teach us about combat in this game. It's fairly similar to XCOM. You have action points, cover is very important, and you have various abilities that you can use. So this is 3 years ago. And we have 2 people we can speak to. Let's speak to the troll here. Sangoma is an urban shaman who proved her worth during a run against Fuchi last fall. She's the quiet type, an experienced runner. We're right in the open here, Biohazard. So let's go for the middle option here. Our fixer owes us for the run, and for Dowd, we wait. Your call. Now let's talk to New Larry. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd. Never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this fragging city. Biohazard. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. Let's see. We can tell him to chill. We can tell him to shut up. I say we wait for the money. Yeah, sure, of course. I'll wait all night if I have to. Sam's, I don't know biohazard. Sam's a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the ball pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. Okay, so he's developing alcoholism. Most runners will develop some kind of psychological condition. After all, you're running around paranoid that anyone's going to stab you in the back at any time. Drugs are a thing. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. So we can ask him if he thinks it's a setup. That's about show me the money here. Yeah, let's say it smells funny. Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. It was supposed to be a public place. So it looks like this is going to be an ambush. Cut the dreck, Sam. We both know why Droud went down and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. There's the paranoia coming in. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night, and you, Larry, has something he wants to say, don't you, Larry? Go ahead, spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands, they're shaking. So we can side with new Larry. We can ask him about the drinking, which doesn't seem appropriate at this point. Or we could ask him if he did mess up. Let's do that. Let's be diplomatic. No, biohazard, I didn't miss a beat. I was on the game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. So there we go. We get a bit more information of what's happening. Something dawns on him. He leans into new Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. Your chummers are damaged. I'm out. So now it's obvious that he's turned us in. Let's see. Which option should we go for? I think we should go for the bottom one. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops and a smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cush corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming. New Larry relaxes and throws you a deck-eating grin. A Drek-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're going to take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Biohazard. So we can go pally with him. Say he was never my friend. Oh, we'll go for the bottom one. Buy you a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Right. And off he goes. Leave the mage, kill the others. And now we got combat. So one thing. The computer always cheats on this. They'll tend to... go away. We tend to focus us as well. I've got a submachine gun. Got unarmed combat. Huh. So I don't have any of my spells or anything. But I can summon a creature. Let's see. Tagging is +2 dodge. So this ignores armor. Not a very good chance to hit. Well, we'll give it a try. Let's get into cover before I get shot again. Sam? Let's see, what does he have? He's got a grenade, submachine gun, and a shotgun. Well, let's shotgun this guy in the face. 12 damage. Troll's turn. She's got an assault rifle. We can do aim shot. She's also got spells. Okay, let's use this. There we go. Everyone's healed. Computer's turn. 10 damage. He's getting hammered. Right. So submachine guns are good because they fire 2 bullets without having any skill in it. for 1 AP. My chance to hit is non-existent. It's a bit of a shame that they've not given me any of my awesome abilities. Anyway. So I can cast that every turn. Except it's not ever got a chance to hit, so... Wow, missed an 88. I'm getting XCOM'd. You had that coming? Yeah. Let's just keep firing away. Let's try and focus on the one that's already injured. There's not too much point splitting damage. I'm going to try going in for a melee attack, I think. Let's get around here. There's something up there to pick up. So every time I give him ability points, he has a chance of breaking free. Nice. Chill out. I have to reload this. But we have a submachine gun. There we go, he's down. So, there's 2 more over there. No one over there. Okay. Let's set up over here. One more time before I can aim. I could cast haste, which will give extra... I need 2 points for that, okay. That'll give me an extra action point. But let's just throw some fire down here. That's a good hit. Unfortunately, I'm stuck to using only 1 AP. Having a spirit out costs 1 action point to concentrate on it. Right. Let's move over here. It's a shame he doesn't have a more powerful attack. But there we go. That's just the way it is. Now, if I fail, he'll break free and start attacking us. Nice. That takes care of him. Nope, 2 more. This is bad they have a shaman. Well, we've got 2 shamans, so... Let's see. If I go over here... There's the shaman. Ah, well. Let's see about putting this guy down. Incoming grenade. Oof. Yeah, they can hit me easily because they're behind me. There's a fire elemental. If we kill the shaman, he'll also drop. But it's fire versus war. It's quite amusing. Right, let's punch this guy in the face. 3 damage. So the longer we go on, the higher the escape chance we'll get. We've been lucky so far. Let's take out this mage. There you go. He's down. Right, let's just see if we can take out the mage. No, it was a miss. So she's going to need a heal. I want to get this, whatever it is. I've still got the water elemental. That's interesting. There goes the mage. Alright. Let's see if we can... Let's reload this, since I've gone in a place where I can't see the bad guy. I don't have a... Well, we have a heal here. Let's move into cover. So he can no longer shoot me in the back. That's good, he missed. Let's see if he breaks free. No. Interesting. Let's see if we can put some damage on the shaman. No, 80% miss. Let's go over here. And the next turn I should be able to pick that up. If I go here, full cover, I might be able to... No. I have to shoot this thing. Let's run down over here. So there's just the shaman to deal with now. Let's pick this up. Oh, it's a basic medkit. And there you go, he's broken. He's broken free. Well, these two will probably fight. There we go. Done. Sangoma lowers a gun to eyes Sam. You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and you look shaken. That was a hell of a thing. I'll tell him he doesn't look so good. Part of the life. It's not good etiquette to betray people in the middle of a run. If people find out, word spreads, fixers won't work with you, other runners won't work with you. It's not a good thing what he did. There are consequences to it. You don't look so good, Sam. You were born for this gig, Biohazard. Me, not so much. I think I'm going to hang it up, find a nice brothel somewhere, stay drunk until I croak. What about you? Let's see. Me? I do this. It's the only life I know. Well, you're a dumbass and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not going to outlast you. Guess you can drink to me. Well, that was awfully prescient. That's the basic combat. You stare at Sam's face on your comlink, shake off the memory, focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name's at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 New Yen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. So, that's a lot of money, 100,000. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Menger and McCain, and when the job is done, they'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Menger and McCain has installed a secure dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up to talk seriously, first time. Look, Biohazard, I led a Drek life and I probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? So, everything here is saying yes. So I'm going to go for, I'm going to take a jab at him a little bit. 100,000 yuan buys a lot of drinks. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. So rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. And off we go to Seattle. The dead man's switch. Your plane hits the sea tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. So the Redmond Barrens is it's a bit of a, well, basically it's a slum. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for New Year, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barons has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. So here we go in the morgue. I'm in the back. Let's just check our equipment here. So I've got absolutely nothing. Okay. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. And here appears to be the coroner. Let's go talk to him. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job, a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" I'll ask him if he's the coroner. "I'm John Dresden, the Organ Grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are?" Let's see, we can go for Biohazard. I'm here about Sam Watts. Yeah, let's go for here. Let's be official. Biohazard. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? We can go for telling him... No, we're not going to tell him how much money he is giving us. That just seems like asking for trouble. So we'll go for this one. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recording message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Huh. Let's ask him what it is. He sighs, not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, which people have never seemed to have forgotten, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Delicious. A trophy hunter. What was it? Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. So we got ourselves a regular Frankenstein here. McCluskey, Dresden, get over here. Oh dear. That's trouble. I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Well, whilst he's distracted, let's check the body. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there is a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. So there's a business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There is something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the cred stick. Standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. So these are basically money. You put them into your PDA, your personal data assistant, this thing, and that's how you transfer cash. There's no paper money. Slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 new yen is added to your account. There we go. So at least there was some money on it. Sometimes they're encrypted and you get viruses. That's not fun. Sometimes they're empty. There's normally a counter on the side, but if it's been obscured by blood or damaged, you just never know. Let's look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Okay, let's look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible that that's probably going to be argued. We have been something long. I'm trying to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. So, love interest. Put down the evidence bag. What's this? Basic medkit. Perfect. Alright, let's go talk to... was he an orc? He's an orc. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the toast pointed ears and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper, Vic. What? Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Okay, interesting. So Samwat's mother's died. The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. Okay, so he thinks that she killed herself. He doesn't agree. He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go. Dresden, give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Oh, of course. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So metahumans are basically everything that is not human. Because the way that it works in Shadowrun is dwarves, elves, trolls, orcs, they all started out as humans. And during the awakening, some people started mutating into these different species. Not everyone survived the mutation process. The word for them is metahuman, because they have human DNA. So, I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You know his superhuman powers of observation. So Lone Star is the police force, and like everything else in Shadowrun, it's another corporation. Who the hell are you? So let's see. Doing your business, Lumpy. Shame I don't have the strength for that one. I'm new in town in the welcoming committee. How you detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. He doesn't seem bright enough, and the only thing that he really wants is to be promoted, so he's probably going to be corrupt as hell. So I'm just going to say I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. That's right, and if you ever do hear something, I'll knock it right out of your head. Yeah, he's not very bright. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. So that's all he cares about. He wouldn't care that I'm here. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? Yeah, let's play along with the joke. I'm great at dinner parties too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really going to work for the dead man? Let's see. Yep. Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favour. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. Yeah, we figured that one out. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 unions a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honour after a fashion. I try to honour the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Okay, there's a lot of things here. Let's see if he knows about the Seamstresses Union, since that's the first lead that we've got. It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts low-life, so you probably like it. Thanks. Me, I'm not really the going-out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easy to get along with. Okay, so he's a stereotypical coroner. Let's ask him who's paying to hold his leash. I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. Yeah, let's ask about the mother. The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. So his mother has been murdered, and then Sam's murdered. Coincidence? It's interesting. What are organs worth these days? Yeah, so you may have heard reports in the real life of organ trafficking, especially down in Thailand. Let's see if they still do it. A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of nuyen, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ Grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Yeah, this is another corporation, Organ Grinders. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learned how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. Oh, we got karma. Karma is XP. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Nope, I'm not going to press him. We'll say, okay then. I'll go do that. Let's find out what he's up to. So we've got 2 karma points. And the way it works is, if to go from one to another, it costs you that many points. So to go from here to here will cost 2 karma. From here to here will cost 3. Here to here will cost 4, etc. So with 2 karma, we can't get much. But we can go for an extra point in unarmed. Spiritual control. Let's get an extra point in unarmed. Only got 300 new yen. I'm hoping I can get some spells. Right, let's open the drawer. The cold storage drawer is labelled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we've got somebody hiding in here. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there, Jake Armitage. Now, I have it under good authority that this is the guy you play in the SNES version of Shadowrun. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. So he is a decker and a shaman. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Oh, let's see. We'll go for the bottom. We'll play a dumb. You were just sleeping in the freezer. A freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Yeah, here we go. We'll go for the last one. I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on this level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man's switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be seizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. The name's Jake, and you are... nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Biohazard. And well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubotas asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Soy calf is basically coffee but made with soya beans rather than actual caffeine beans. It sounds disgusting. Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dredden continues his work. Yeah, real animal products are expensive. There's not that many animals around. There's not that much farming going on because everything is now processed through, well, soya. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat cork bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. That's a gang. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. What, you've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake is a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. Okay. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit the streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. Yes, please. What do you say? It's nice to have so we can be friendly with him. I don't work for free, I fight, I get paid in Ewan, not toes. Or, I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. So we're going to go for this one. The situation that we're in is that we're broke. Yeah, it's 100,000 Ewan, but only when I complete the job. And right now, I have absolutely no money. So, money is what I need. I don't work for free, I fight. I get paid in Ewan, not toes. I guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Fine, there's a cred stick with 100 Ewan with your name on it. Help me dust those gangers and it's yours. Make it 1,500. Hard bargainer. Alright, 1,500 it is, but you better be worth it. I'm good for the fight if you're good for the money. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that running with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it into the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need a weapon? No guns from email is my game. There we go. Oh, I've got here's a baseball bat. You look like you can handle yourself. So, ready for an evening out in town? Just a minute. Tell me more about these gangers first. Well, there's one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. Okay. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. If we take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. Alright, I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. We can leave whenever you're ready. Let's loot the place first. Oh, dock wagon. And a basic medkit. So, dock wagons, they basically are a revive. So it's used automatically when you go down, or you can use it and activate it to one of your teammates that's gone down. Now, healing in this game is very different. So you have these medical kits, which will heal you a set amount depending on both your BioWare skill, or your biotech skill, and the grade of the healing kit. So this is grade 1, so it'll be about 20 hit points. Magic healing will only heal the last point of damage that you took. So if you get crit for 16 points of damage, and it makes you bleed, and then you bleed for 1 point of damage, magical healing will only heal you for that 1 point of bleed damage. It's not very reliable, so having these is very useful. Right. Still, without my adept skills, I'm not sure how well this is going to go. Let me just check here. Absolutely no spells. Am I supposed to have them, or is it they count as spells? Can equip Killing Hands. Right. Increase spellbook slot. Yeah. I need to find some spells. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle Sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, and a dash of tourist trap, and you got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. My stash is just around the corner in the alley. Okay, so we'll go get the stash. I do love the art in this game. Owls are my favourite. But you say that to all the boys. Right, let's get his stuff. Hidden in the garbage strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader in the front. We'll open it with his mag card. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. That's handy. Yeah, we don't need the grenade. We'll take that. There we go, that's killing hands. Oh. Hello. Seriously? Let's see. I can increase the damage by 6. Whiff. Right, let's see what we got here. Oh wow, 20 crit. That's nice. And an instant grenade. Hammered. Let's see if I can punch this guy. 79% chance to hit. Nope. Oh, another crit. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to need more body, I think. Oh, come on. There we go. 12 damage. And at the end of the combat, your last hit is healed. So 6 damage for me. Guess I need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Yeah, good dread drops are so hard to keep. He chuckles. Well, at least they were too dumb to break my maglock. Maglock stands for magnetic lock. It's the simplest and most common form of locks in the world. Now you've got some gear, let's go deal with these Halloweeners. Okay, I think this is a lot more difficult than you think it is. I'm at half health, so I'm going to actually use one of those health kits. I'm actually going to need to use a second one by the looks of that. There we go. 10 hit points, not 20. Okay, so what does this guy want? A worried man. The man before you appears well-mannered but nervous. Excuse me, sir, I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight and we need some help. What's your problem? Some thugs are shaking down the market and we've set up here. It's shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them anymore. But no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. Yeah, Lone Star is not likely to come into the Redmond Barons. They would need to come in with a vast escort of armoured trucks, drones, aircraft, just because of the amount of gangs and things in the area. Let's see, how many of them are there and how much are you paying? I think there's only 2 of them right now. I can't talk about price, but Mrs. James will surely reward you fairly. Well, my current client is pretty patient. Where are they? Oh, thank you. Just keep heading north. You'll see it at the end of the street. Okay. There it is. Commerce is like a weed, taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world wherever it can. Small street market has flourished here amid the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barons. Oh, I missed what they were saying. I was just shaking him down, though. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things. Eh? Who the hell are you? So we have an etiquette gang here. So the pig rig cruiser, that's going to be the police. That one's come back tomorrow. That's not going to solve the problem. We're going to antagonise him and beat him within an inch of his life. Bet your mum's real proud of you right now. Like, I ain't ever heard that before. I don't see a badge, so why don't you mind your own? Business. Dustin News going to get me paid. I knew you were looking at cost Dyke. Dash, ice this guy. Bop. Ow. Seriously? Oh wow. Really low chance to hit this guy. Not sure why it's so low. What's going this guy cast? Let's see. Well, I can heal. There you go, 4 hit points. And we got flamethrower. Ooh. Nope. I'm gonna need a lot of training to get much better at this. There we go, 12 damage. And 12 damage. Nice. Oh, missed. %43% chance to hit. Oh, nice! One punch, man. Alright, let's talk to Mrs. James. Oh, we get karma for that. I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our own way in the world. The shopkeeper holds out a few new yen. Please, it's the least we can do. We'll take it. 48 new yen. It was only 2 people, and they weren't exactly tough. It's just my character sucks at the moment. The joys of being level 1. Now, let's heal that wound. Especially since he wants to fight against the Halloweeners. I'm going to have to use that fetish. Oh, thank you. Oh, well. He's nice. Sarah, who are you? Her clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. Hey, no, it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Why, what's going on? Just some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. She points to the south. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes. Set up camp in the old street market. They'd been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are these are the guys they're after. Yeah, let's warn them. Let's warn the civilians to run away. They're going to be in for a rude surprise. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. She looks you over, then nods. Don't need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you. Alright. So there's a bike. Okay, this must be where they are. Right. Halloweener Sentry. Hey, asswipes, take another step forward and we're going to plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. This is one of the 2 that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute, you're running with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty. And killing you? Well, that'll be a nice bonus. So, mage there. Oh, a shotgun. That's not good. Pop. Right. Does he have anything else? No, he doesn't. Let's move here. Get in cover. And let's barbecue this guy. Nice. That insta-kill. Oh, a grenade. No. Well, he missed. That's good. Grenades can be quite nasty. Aside from being quite damaging, there's also flashbangs. You remove your AP so you just stand around. Right, 49% chance to hit this idiot. Let's actually buff my chance to hit, see if it helps melee. We'll take a crack shot. There we go. Okay. It did actually help. Okay. Well, let's make this big hit. Okay. Well, not as big as I would have liked. Let's move up. Nice. Get into cover. 61%. Let's go and aim shot for 76. And obviously miss. And again. Ow. So mouse and over it tells you I got 6 wounds, 3 wounds. Can I have a heal? Thank you. And then flamethrower this guy. 12 damage. Nice. Let's punch him. I'll try to. Jeesh. So I've still got the damage bonus. There we go. Uh-oh. That's a big bugger. 26% chance to put, 46% chance to hurt him. Well, that's fun. I should be able to flamethrower him. Yeah, 99% chance to hit. 12 damage. Oh, crit for 20. Whoa, Uncle, I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweenies, Jake. Call it even, yeah. What do you think, Jake? He smirks. Hey, I'm already at shoot on sight status with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as there's a profit in it. You're right, let's finish this. Oh, Drek. So I don't think I've got any chance whatsoever of doing this. Let's just see if I can hit him with a baseball bat. Why not? No, I didn't think so. Yeah. It's going to get a turn. Ow. Minus 1 AP. Nope. So come on, Drake. Yeah, there we go. Jake got him. He didn't need my help. I think he could have done that all by himself. Oof. Well, there we go. Let's see what's going on around here. Seamstresses Union, this is the best place to pie. Bobby, what are you? Hey, chummer, I got some tasty morsels for you, just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. No, I don't need drugs. What's this guy? Damn the donut man. Okay. Sally. Dwarf merchant is packing up a stand for the night. I'm closed, come back tomorrow. You got a great view of that alley across the street. Don't suppose you saw that murder that happened there? She grunts. Sure. I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple of seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. Yeah, well, they're not going to run over. The way that it works in this universe is if you get involved, you get killed. So people don't get involved. Oh, thank you for your time. No problem. You can't really hold it against them. I mean, the world is dangerous. We're having gunfights in the streets and no one cares. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies a flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going to go away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Well, thanks for the money. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take New Yen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. They don't take New Yen where he's going. Interesting. What, you want to hug or something? Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. I was going to do. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink, that's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operation for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, mages are quite good. Right, let's see what's going on here. William. The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stain making the slab of pavement where Watts died. Standing at the entrance of the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. Well, we saw a donut shop. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun button. Like I said, he doesn't have a sin. The cop could just beat him to within an inch of his life or even kill him and nobody will complain. There won't be anything on the news about it or anything. Typical. I hate all you pigs. So, he looks in your direction. Now what? Let's see. The coroner Dresden sent me over. Doesn't mean jack to me unless someone radios me with an update. My orders are that nobody gets in. So, the only way we're going to get in here is to get a donut. He is a cop after all. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage scents of Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. What can I get you, chiller? So 10 units. I'll take a jelly donut and a soy calf. Enjoy. Did you see the murder? Nope, I was close when it happened, but hey, it's the Barons. A back alley killing is nothing new around here. Like I was saying, it's just everyday. It's just an everyday thing. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. Okay, so that's the reason why the cops are there. What can you tell me about the Barons? The Barons? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. The stretch we're on is called Touristville, though, and I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. Now, behind me, that's the Seamstresses Union. You want drinks, drugs, favours, or information around here, the union's your spot. Hell, that place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they party. Mrs. Kabuta owns the joint, and she's quality. A hard woman, but fair. I'll see you around. So let's talk to William. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. The man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You, I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squints at you, suspicious. You a copper, or working for some cop? Let's see. Nope, I'm as sinless as you. Mind answering a few questions? Hey, what makes you think I'm sinless? Ha, just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number, my ass. What kind of questions you got? Did you see the murder? Nope, and I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. So we've already met her. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerk first in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. What else did you see that night? Well, you know, early in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off a Dan over there. Seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Interesting. So, hospital scrubs and cyberware. I wonder if he has a scalpel on that cyberware. That's an interesting lead. Yeah, can you tell me about the troll's cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was a lot like the one I saw back in 44, when I got captured by elves. Okay, mate. They did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trusted one of them cyber people. So, it sounds like you live in this alley. Sure, for the last couple of months. I'd be sleeping there, but I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. That's all I need now, thanks. See you around. Alright, officer. Long night, eh? You look cold, so I picked up a donut and some soy coffee for you. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. So he must be new. He must be like a new recruit. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. As I said, they're now a corporation. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time, but I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? No, we don't need to lie to him. Let's say we're looking for the dead man. He seems a bit naive, does this guy? And he seems to be an idealist, so this will probably tug at his heartstrings. I'm actually working for the dead man to help find his killer. Can I come to the alley and look around a bit? Your client is a chalk line? That's messed up, man. But I respect it. Okay, but don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice because the forensics aren't coming back. Okay, so he's just keeping it secure. Let's see what we got going on here. This looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get back. Examine the area for evidence. We got bar tab receipt. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m., right around the coroner's reported time of death. The customer, Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. Okay, that's another lead. We'll pick up the coat and blankets since he's out here. Oh, get a camera for that. Right, let's have a look at this. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. Okay, so that ties in with the hospital gown thing. Yeah. This boat like is new. You can see that all of the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded, as if some force shattered them all at the same time. So the only thing that can do that is magic. Or a grenade. EMP grenade or some kind of magical explosion. But we already know that magic is involved, as the coroner has explained. There are 2 distinct sets of footprints, a human's and in the chalk, and a larger one which could be either orc or troll. Okay, that's all I need. So everything is pointing towards that troll in the hospital again. But that's all I have for now. Thank you very much for watching, and in the next one, we'll find out where it takes us. Goodbye for now.